it's time for a new book review. On vacation, reading a ton. I actually read 3 books. I'm only going to review one, my favorite one. It's Shoe Dog by the creator of Nike, Phil Knight. Start with the basics. This book is really well written. Not in like fancy schmoo language where it's to the point, it keeps you engaged, and even though it's almost 400 pages, it really doesn't feel Nike, this huge thing, this super successful company, really started as a school assignment when Phil Knight was in business. This is the 1960s, and German-made running shoes like Adidas are all the rage. So Phil Knight thinks for his school assignment, what if I could get low-cost running shoes from Japan? He borrows some money from his dad, starts traveling around the world, including a trip to Japan, and the rest is really history. I think one of the most enlightening things for me is I aspire to be an entrepreneur, and I always think I have to come up with this great lightning bolt of an idea. And I guess before I read this book, I assumed someone sat down, thought of Nike, thought of the name, thought of the shoe, and this book was very comforting in that Phil Knight was very smart and hardworking and had great ideas, but he also surrounded himself with people who had really great ideas. The name Nike was not his idea, it was someone's on his team. Most of the designs of the actual shoe is someone on his team. Even the logo was created by a graphic designer he paid like $35 to back in the day. And so I think that that is really cool to read, right? The collaboration and effort that goes into a successful business. Reading books about our amazing greats, Warren Buffett, Nelson Mandela, Phil Knight, these people or companies that we idolize because I like to get to know the human. And one of the things I find most fascinating about someone like a Phil Knight is a lot of the people that we idolize, great men and great women, I think when you look at some of their personal actions isolated, you not only remember that they're just human, you also remember in some interactions, they might not be the person you would idolize. One of the most fascinating things about this book is, right, struggle and the levels to it, right? Because there's a point when he's making like $1 million in sales. And so I think for the average regular person like me, you think if you come up with an idea and you sell $1 million worth of it, like, this is great, you're on fire. He had no cash in the bank because of the way he was running the business and helping it grow. One of my favorite lines. The problems were never going to stop, I realized, but for the moment, we had more momentum than problems. So I would say, read this book. I really like this one. I think that if you're into the entrepreneurial spirit, which I am, and again, was waiting for like my big idea to hit, I think I've reframed my thinking after reading this book, realizing that you don't have to have this one great lightning bolt idea that you come up all by yourself to have an extremely successful business with longevity. Read this. It's from 2016. You guys know I don't always read the books in the year that they are because I feel like you have to read what life is calling you to read at a specific time. And I know I'm getting super deep with that, but truly, I keep like 15 unread books in the house. And sometimes I pick one up and I'm like, I'm not in the mood to read that sad fiction story, or I'm not in the mood to read the business book. But I was very in the mood for like an entrepreneurial success, hard work story. And if that's what you're in the mood for and you have not read Phil Knight's Shoe Dog, I would say pick it up.